problem. We do this every year. So the AB kids will tell you, yeah. So it worked out beautifully. So immediately after school, I just administer this thing for about it's about 90 minutes long. So it's completely uninterrupted, not like interrupted. Alright. So keep in mind what's going on. So we're preparing for Wednesday's MCQ final. So today, I am, in case some of you may also like challenge me, you tend to kind of skip questions because I do the harder ones in class. So I'm doing every question on a very recent MCQ document. And this weekend, that'll be the only final. Please pay attention. I know it's wrong, but it's wrong. By Friday, you should be done. Saturday to recover. By Sunday, you should be done with the assignment. So no excuses. Don't need BS excuses. It was wrong. Okay, it took me 2 days to recover from a hangover. Like, okay, it's kind of silly. But jokes aside, keep in mind, everybody, let me speak slowly so you understand what's going on. The weekend MCQ assignment is the only and final assignment you'll have to prepare for the MCQ final. You will not get another assignment. So Wednesday's thing, so on the weekend you get an MCQ final, kind of, mock final for that semester final. And then this week, today, tomorrow, we'll still do FRQ practice finals. Is that clear? Please grade yourself. Ms. Hanson, Ms. Rome, Mr. Javidi. Do the work the date is assigned and grade yourself. So you learn, like, okay, that's how. I'm going to say something profound. Think about it and say, oh yeah, that's actually true. Assume for a second you graded the following day. I'm going to say two things that are true. See if that's true. Number one, you're at that point in time, it becomes a chore. You just want to know what you missed rather than learning why you made the mistake. Because now it's chore. You just want to say, okay, -2, fine. Because for another reason, haven't you pretty much forgotten the questions? When you graded the same day, aren't the questions fresh in your mind? How many of you understand what I'm trying to say? So you know exactly, oh my God, I had to find F dash and that was a function. What was I doing? But when you graded the following, even 1 day lag, you've forgotten how the questions work. Now you say, man, Rama is like hassling me. I just need to grade it quickly. You haven't learned. You've lost that opportunity. Okay. So we'll be doing the MCQs. We're doing this completely. So we're doing this completely classwork. Okay. Stay with me. So this is an actual release exam. So I'm going to scroll to question number 1. We'll work out every single problem. This is the document you'll see on the actual AP exam day. Okay, I'm going to magnify this. So no question of easy, hard. We'll work on every problem. So write down day 147. Okay. I'll give you a chance to get a head start. Okay. Always. I'm guiding you. So copy down number 1. It says f of x equals plus 3x plus 2 over x plus 3. It just says find f dash of x. So we're using the quotient rule. Bottom, top left. Okay, now slow down, use parentheses. Dot 2x plus 3 minus parentheses times just 1. Now observe this, I've repeated myself twice so far. When you're foiling it, write it above, not here, write it above. First term, 2x squared. Second term, third term, last term. Okay, now bring them down. Feel free to use mental math at this stage. The first term really is x squared, 2x squared, take away x squared. The second term really is 6x. 3x plus 6x, 9x, take away 3x. All the 3x's cancel, 6x, positive. And last term is over x plus 3 squared. That's the answer. That's a given. That's question number 1, to be fair. Oh, by the way, on the side, I will be recording. Okay, this is me. This is my promise to you. At worst, okay, this is my promise to you. At worst on the MCQ exam, on the final, on today, on the weekend, there'll be at worst 10. I'm using quotes, challenging problems. Because really, there'll be like 3 challenging problems. But I'm lowering the bar to even 10 mistakes you can make. Because all of us understand, we make this odd algebra mistake. And I'm allowing you 10 to still get a good score on the semester final. I'm allowing you to make 10. I'll keep a count of which are the hard problems. Alright? I'm hoping that's not a hard problem. Okay, copy down 2, please. I've taught you well. This question we've done 100 times. So we should simply distribute. And that's actually a 1/2, correct? So it's 5x to the power of 3/2, write down the integral sign, minus 5x cubed dx. Now I'm ready to take integrals. I'm using power rule. So 5 times so is that 2/5? You multiply with the reciprocal, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So 2/5 x to the power of 5/2. It would have been smarter to do x 5/2 and then times 2/5, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Minus just 5 x 4 over 4. Is that clear? The answer shows up. Okay. Move on. Okay, copy down number 3. So I'm letting you know you will see one question like that. You will. Not me. Very close to that question. There will not be any surprises. It's 1 to infinity. Now let me make this emphatically clear. Okay, by the way, what's going on in that problem? It is a GeoCs. Everybody, look at me. I'm teaching. We have stopped rewriting. Look at me. Here's what I mean by rewriting. In case you say, I forgot what do you mean rewriting? Remember the old method we used to do is write this as -3 to the power n dot -3. We have stopped doing that. We directly find the sum. Is that clear? First, I'm teaching you well. How do I know the sum exists? That common ratio is less than 1. Okay, now then I'll proceed. Do not just proceed. Okay, how do we find the first term? Okay, plug in 1. I'm going to do that on the top and the bottom. 1 plus 1?
2.
So the top is really 9 over 5 to the power 1, 5. All over 1 minus -3/5. 2 negatives make a? Finish the problem yourselves. Look down. Slow and steady, no rush. Final answer? 9 over 8. Is that clear? Okay, question number 4. That was an AB, BC overlap problem. It's going to appear on the AB exam also. It says x squared minus 3xy equals 10. The point is given to be 1, -3. The question says write the equation of the tangent line. So what do I need? Do I have the point? So I just need to find the... Okay, let's do this carefully. We're finding slopes. Okay, first term. What's going on in the second term? Product rule. So -3x times plus y times -3 equals... What's your friend? 2x minus 3xy dash minus 3y equal to 0. We're solving for y dash. So -3xy dash equals plus all over, last step, all over -3x. Okay, don't make errors. I know it's easy, plug it, don't make errors. Go on, do it. Don't be cocky. Plug it in carefully. I'm not in any rush. Okay, what was it? If you do it correctly, check you've got 11 over 3. Okay. Oh, that's the only answer that works. Okay, that's the only answer that works. Okay, since you're the BC class, you have to do more algebra. AB did not get a question like this. So it says y equals 1/2 x to the power of 4/5 minus 3 over x to the power of 5. Oh, I'm not scolding you or shaming you. Raise your hand if this has happened to you. Okay, how many of you, by mistake, on occasion, not very frequently, but enough occasions, instead of taking derivatives, you're taking integrals, or the other way around? Has that happened? Like you're not... Has that happened? Yeah, just slow down. So, because the power rules are different, keep that in mind. Okay, we're finding derivatives. So think about it. What should I do first? Look at the entire expression before you take derivatives. Should I rewrite this guy? So 1/2 x to the power of 4/5. -3 x to the power of -5. Now we're ready to take derivatives. Now, guys, don't do too many things in your head. It's not worth it. So I'm just going to use the power rule like this. 1/2 times 4/5. It is not worth doing that mentally. It is not worth it. X to the power of, hint, we're doing derivatives. -1/5. Careful, continue. Power rule. Plus 15 x to the power of derivatives. -6. Rewriting is your friend. Finish the problem. Look down. Simplify, tell me a final answer. So the first coefficient is really 2/5, and the x will go in the bottom, 15 over x6. Okay, what the answer shows up. If you make a quick sketch of that figure, I'm letting you know you'll see at least one question you have to find areas. At least one question, like guaranteed. Okay, the question is interesting. It says find 0 to 3 absolute value of f of x. And that means that all areas will turn positive. Is that clear? So, how do we always find areas? Thank you. As Ms. Marzuk says, drop the perpendicular from the corners and sharp corners. Like that. Like that. Okay, now let's do the problem. Oh, what does that figure remind you of? So let's apply area of a trapezoid. You need to know your basic formulas. What's the formula for area of a trapezoid? Thank you. She's doing average of the parallel sides. Is that 1 plus the 2 over 2 times 1. Everybody okay there? Plus, what's the area there? 1. Is it 1? 1/2. Careful. Am I doing minus 1/2? No, it's absolute value. This will turn positive. Is that another plus 1/2? Simplify, tell me a final answer. Look down, look down, look down. Look down. Look down. Final answer, 5 halves. Okay, can you get 5 halves? Let's do it. Okay, I'm doing a very thorough review of logistic functions. You have one question. I don't want to say if it's easy or hard. It's you need to know. You need to study logistic functions. That's all I will tell you. Okay, copy down the function, please. So it says the population y changes at a rate modeled by the differential equation that. I hope you understand that looks like a logistic function. Is that clear? Most of the time they'll give you logistic function, but here if you look at it and think, that reminds me of logistic. It says, we've done this question like several times. Day 62, 63, 64 homework when we did differential equations. It says, what are all the values of y for which the population is increasing at a decreasing rate? Nobody speaks. So think of a logistic function. What are they looking for? Okay, very smart. Miss Wynn correctly says this section of the graph, it's increasing but at a decreasing rate. So is that the concave down portion of the graph? It says what are the values of y? We've done problems like that. So indirectly, what do we need to find? If she's doing this, we need to find the carrying capacity. We need to find the carrying capacity. Okay. Oh no, you're right. We are finding the inflection point. Is that clear? We're finding. So do we need the inflection point to do the carrying capacity basically? Okay. Do we usually copy on that? Do we usually write the formula? So dy over dt equals ky minus squared over y over L. Okay, I want to show you 2 ways. Draw 2 arrows. So first we do the old way. Okay, so that's ky minus ky squared over L, correct? And then can we distribute that too? What can I read at point 2 as? 1/5. That's smart to do. So it's 1/5 times 1,000 will become. Does that become 200y? Everybody okay there? I'm just distributing. And then minus 1/5 y squared. Everybody okay there? Okay, let's just compare. So what is k? Obviously, just by comparing. 200. Everybody okay there? And then k over L is this 1/5. And we know k to be 200. K to be 200. Solve for L yourselves. So L is 1,000. Is everybody okay with what just happened? Now I'm just exposing you to another idea because Mr. Arnold does it this way. Watch the board, please. If you look here and look here, how could I get 1,000 there? What should I do here? No. They have a number there. What are they doing there to get the number there? Thank you. Are they using the fraction trick? So I'm just showing you another idea. So is that ky becomes L minus y over the L? Do you see what's going on? I'm just showing you another idea. So that's rewritten ky over L. Is that L minus y? Do you see what I'm doing? Because if you did this, what should L be? Just by looking at it. 1,000. You see, I'm just exposing you to a different idea. So I just took the L outside, fraction trick. So L should be 1,000. And should k over the L be 1/5? And I get the same answer with L being 1,000. I hope I'm making some sense. It's just another way to approach the problem. Okay, we're not done. So it says over what values is the population. So I'm going to sketch it so you can see what's going on. So what would that, it says what value y. So what will that guy be? It was 500. That's 1,000. So which choice works? Is it C? Okay, okay, I should be doing this because it is unfair to the kids who did the exam last year, but I'm just doing a good job. Everybody, the logistic function is always increasing. I'm going to write that in notation, look at the board and say, oh, okay, I get it. I get comfortable with notation. Does that mean, just make a note? Would that be a true statement? Correct? So that just means y is increasing always. Another thing just for notation, so you don't get like, oh my god, alarmed by the notation. Between y values, between 500 or 1,000, I'm going to write something on the board, look at it and say, okay, I'm comfortable with that notation. Yes? Does that just mean concave down? So all I'm trying to say is don't get alarmed by funny things. It just means, oh, that's concave down. Oh, that's not what they wanted. Okay, let's move on. Okay, you should be able to do this all by yourself. It's like a gimme, like a 1 minute problem. It says, which of the following gives you the length of the part of the particle? It's a parametric question. Guys, Asian folded hands. Please write the formula first. Don't do it in minds. Do not do it in minds. So they give you x of t, y of t. It says, what's the length of the path of the particle? So, Mr. San Diego, what's the formula?
Integral 0 to 1 square root of 1 plus n. Is that correct so far?
I don't know. I'm an actor, but only better than you.
Is it actually x dash squared plus y dash squared?
Make up your mind. So so I'll give you two options. Choose wisely. 1 plus f dash square dt or dx, or x dash of t squared plus y dash of t squared dt.
X dash squared.
Yeah, because it's a parametric function. So it's actually x dash t squared plus y dash t squared dt. Solve the problem. If they give you x of t, y of t, solve the problem.
Oh my, yeah.
Okay. By the way, just by stating it, what's x dash going to be? Square it. That's a gimme. And then what's y dash going to be? Square it. 4t squared. Is that clear? So technically the answer is B. Let's move on. Oh, by the way, I hope you like my insult, but I'm a better actor. Yeah, I hope you. Huh?
That's not true, by the way.
No, that's totally true. Totally true. The only reason I don't try for the plays is that everybody's like, then I'm jobless. Like all the kids, I can play the lead actor, I can play the lead actress. Everybody, like, oh my god, Rama is like, if this is a movie like double role, triple role, then it's just, yeah, exactly.
Whoa!
Okay, have a look at number 9, please. Have a look at number 9. Yeah, totally. Yes, the answer to that is yes, Mr. San Diego. Okay, write down 9, please. It says that y equal to f of x be a solution to the differential equation dy over dx equals 2x plus y with the initial condition f of 1 equals 0. And it says, what's the approximation for f of 2 using Euler's method with 2 steps of equal length starting at x equals 1? So we need f of 2 when they give you f of 1. So what will each step be? Okay, delta x equals 1/2. It's smart to use fractions. Decimals can get a little complicated. So will the first guy be 1.5? But what's 1.5 as a fraction? 3/2, that's smarter to use. Equals f of 1 plus f dash of 1 times 1/2. What's f of 1 given to me? Yay! Okay, I'm going to do a sidebar for f dash of 1. Sidebar. What's the x value? 2 times 1. And what is the y value? 0. Yay! So just 2 times 1/2, which is? Yay! By the way, so what's your point? Okay, it's smart to write it as a point, so the next step becomes easier. And then f of equals f of plus 3/2 times 1/2. And what is f of 3/2? We just found to be plus, okay, sidebar for f dash of 3/2, which is 2 times 3/2. Yay! Plus the 1. What do we get? Times 1/2. Yay! I'm just celebrating non-complicated answers. So absolute final answer? 3. Exactly. Not difficult at all. Slow and steady. All right. If I were to speculate, the first pseudo-challenging problem is this guy. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. I'm doing a tally mark. If I were to speculate, like which problem will really trip kids, is it fair that none of these questions are challenging? Okay, this is the first. I'm using quotes still. Okay, so write down the problem, please. 0 to k x over x squared plus 4 dx equals 1/2 ln 4. The question says, what should k be? Just answer the question. We have discussed lots of these problems. My usual recommendation is just solve the problem. K will just appear. So what should I just do on the left-hand side? Solve it. What method should I use? Use some. Slow and steady. Look down. U equals du equals introduce a balance with a 1/2. Careful. The upper limit becomes very good. K square. You sweat the small sum. The lower limit becomes 4. The numerator then becomes du over u equals 1/2 ln 4. Don't forget the right hand side. It's an equation. It needs to drop down. Oh, this is easy. What's the integral of 1 over u? ln. Write it down. Write it down. So we have 1/2 ln absolute value u. Upper limit, lower limit equals 1/2 ln 4. Relax. The answer will just magically appear. Should you plug in the upper limit? So it's 1/2. Oh, by the way, algebra. Everybody, look at me. Look at me. It says 1/2 monkey is 1/2 donkey. So what could I just do? Thank you. Get rid of that. So it doesn't confuse some kids. Use common sense. So upper limit ln k squared plus 4 minus ln equals, okay, guide me. Next step. It's a simple equation. Look down. Look down. Next step. Tell me anything. You can do this, Rama, or you can do this. Sorry? Okay, she says add this to the other side. Okay? So ln k squared plus 4 equals 2 ln 4. Ooh! If you wrote that, you have to be alive. Thank you. So that's really ln 16. They expect you to use a log skill there. Okay, just stare out what we have. What must obviously something be true? Okay, I mean technically it's if what's this? Basic IM3. If ln of that equals ln of that, what must be true? Thank you. Can we cancel these? They should match. Okay, they're explaining it. Do you understand that skill? If ln of monkey equals ln of donkey, what should be true? K squared plus 4 should be 16. If okay, solve for k yourself, look down. So k equals radical. That was the option. That was the option. So if anybody would have actually struggled and was probably on this question, I'm counting it. Even if you say that wasn't hard at all, I'm still counting it. Like, okay, some of you will make mistakes in that. Just solve the problem. Just solve the problem. Okay. Write down number 11, please. So it says third degree Taylor polynomial, and they give it to you like this. A very gimme problem. You get these on FRQs all the time. And they say find f triple dash of 4. So how do we always do these questions? Write out the formula. So it's about x equals 4. Is that clear? F of x equals f of 4 plus over 1 factorial. X minus 4 plus f double dash of 4. over 2 factorial x minus 4 square plus f triple dash of 4 over 3 factorial x minus 4 cube. By the way, I want to see if you're paying attention. What would f of 4 be? 2? Smart girl. Do you understand they cleverly wrote the constant on the back just to confuse you? But I won't. So should we just match them up? So f triple dash of 4 over 3 factorial will match up with 1 over 512. Everybody okay? I'm just matching. We do these in MCQs all the time. Therefore, f triple dash of 4 equals, which is 6 over 512. Now 6 doesn't go into 512. So which number goes into both? So 3 over 256. So observe, you write out the series and just compare. Just match them up, set them equal, the answer will show. It's a gimme problem. I'm sorry, I'm not counting it as a hard problem. This is a gimme. We do this in FRQs all the time. Okay, copy down. This is an ABBC overlap problem. Copy that as well as the 3 options, please. It's a simple problem. So we discussed this in chapter 1 as well as in sequences and series. Okay, we discussed it twice. So the concept is relative growth rate. See, this comes back. It's there in the Bible, by the way. Which function rises the fastest? Factorial. Very good, Noro. Proud of you. Factorial function rises the fastest. And then exponential function. Then the root function, radicals. And the slowest is the log function. Is that clear? Oh, I forgot. Polynomials here, right? Polynomials, then the root. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's a gimme question. So let's talk about the problem. If the limit should be 0, I'm speaking to the road. If the limit is 0, which function should rise faster? The bottom? Is that common sense? Okay, feel free to look at the notes otherwise. See which ones work. Nobody speaks. Figure it out yourselves. Again, if I should get 0, the top guy should rise slower than the bottom guy. Record your answer. Does 1 work? Because polynomial is faster than log. Does 2 work? No, Miss Hanson. Exponential rises faster than log. You get does not exist. Infinity. Exponential on top. Okay.
I don't know. I didn't say yes or no. I don't know why I should.
Okay. Of course, it'd be funny if Miss Hanson says, I shake my head a lot, even when I don't intend to. So you owe me, this is Hanson behind the counter. It's like McDonald's. So you owe me $100? Give me $100. I don't know why I did that. I just shook my head and mechanically just gave her the $100. And then the boss says, that's coming out of your paycheck. Okay, does 3 work?
Yes.
Yes? Exponential rises faster than polynomial. So it's a gimme problem. It's 1 and 3. Okay. Now, according to me, this may be the second problem that offers some kids challenge. I'm just being fair. Like, what's a difficult? It's not a difficult problem. Okay. Feel free to make a rough sketch. If you need to, focus on the higher guy being 4. It is relevant to the problem. The upper limit is 4. And the lower limit is kind of 2. Observe that was relevant to the problem. So observe the figure the way they've drawn that figure. Okay, the question says f of 0 is 20. Just a quick. The actual question says f of 0 is 20. Which of the following could be the value f of 5? So f of 5 will be f of 0 plus integral 0 to 5 f dash. What's f of 0 given to be? 20. So, do we basically need the area? And that is f dash, in case you're not aware. That is f dash. Okay, put your pencils down. So, give me an estimate for the area in the curve. Nobody speaks. Give me a good estimate. Don't be foolish. I just need an estimate of the area of the curve. And then look at the choices too. Oh, by the way, in case you figure out the answer, don't forget that will go here and we need a final answer. Keep that in mind. Alright? Keep that in mind. So make your best guess of the area, then plug it in and give me a final answer. It is not a trick question. Okay, who wants to give me an educated guess? Let's ask Ms. Rios. You can give me one of two things. You can give me the blank or you can give me the final answer. Either. It's E. Okay. Does someone differ? Ms. Marquez. Louder? D. D is correct. D is the correct answer. Okay. Ms. Rios, if you chose E, you're saying that area is 40. 20, correct? Does everybody get by looking at a figure how you'll get an area of 20? If you're not imaginative, this is how you get 20. Do this with me. It's important. Can you make that rectangle? That was a terrible rectangle. Do you get the 20? But Ms. Rios, isn't that a clear way overestimate? Okay, I want to see if you understand the logic. What would an underestimate be? A good educated underestimate? Would it be 10? Okay. Would that be an underestimate? A good educated underestimate? So, Mr. Sidden, who took AP Stats last year, he says, make a line at 3. And I said, why? And he cutely says from AP Stats, he says, that's like the line of best fit. I said, okay, I understand what you're saying. It's like the line of best fit. I said, but intuitively, that's the upper guy, that's the lower guy, maybe the average between them. And that'll give you 5 times 3, which is 15. That'll give you the 35. If you observe, no other number matches. That's the only answer that matches. They cleverly chose those numbers. The choice is, that's the only choice that makes sense. Is that clear? Oh, by the way, I did not waste, pay close attention. I did not waste last time making those rectangles. Feel free to make a note to yourself. For area figures, you will see a question. I'm letting you know. Where it is smart, the problem can be easily done by sketching rectangles around figures. Sketching rectangles to estimate areas. I don't know if it's relevant on your final. I don't know why I'm saying that. But that is a very powerful strategy. Okay. Alright, what's this? This is how difficult this problem was. Nobody in the other class could figure it out. Not even Mr. Soto. Alright? Nobody. So I'll choose this as my third hard problem. Copy that down. Let's see if your class fares better. I will give you a general tip though. It requires you to have very strong log skills. It says limit n approaching or x approaching infinity ln bx plus 1 over ln a x squared plus 3. So this is an infinite limit, therefore we should consider leading terms. And it's a rational expression. So it really becomes the next step. Don't forget to write the word limit till at the very end. The numerator just becomes ln bx over ln ax squared. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds to figure out what's going on. I'm giving the game away. It requires log skills. Play around. Like this is what I could do next step. Don't look at the choices. They kind of all look the same. You need to know how to work it out. Like after I worked out all of them, I was saying, oh, we should have totally done this. So I'm just letting you know it requires you to know log skills, log properties. Okay, I will give the final answer. Raise your hand and say, I got that answer. The answer is B. Okay, Romero got it. Okay, let me show you how to work it out. Okay, the answer is B. So, next step, x approaching infinity. Can I use the log product rule? So that's ln B plus ln x. That's ln A plus 2 ln x. Very good. Do we still have a numerator denominator? Can I still consider leading terms? What's the leading term there? ln x. What happens? ln x is cancelled. The answer is 1/2. So I showed every step. Please understand how that was done. Okay. Okay, question number 15, please. Shh. Question number 15. Stay with me. Do not fall behind. So it was a convert. Guys, if you showed every step, it worked out very fast. Okay, don't skip steps. It's a simple. You will see an interval of convergence problem virtually identical to this. If I remember, it's actually easier than this one. So it says summation -1 to the power of n over n x plus 3/2 to the power of n. When you see these problems, first do a quick check. Is that a Is that a GU series? No, there's an n there. It's not part of the GU series. Let's use a ratio test. Look down now. N approaching infinity, an plus 1 over an equals limit n approaching infinity. This kind of looks weird the way they've written it, but that's fine. I'll just do the same way. So, do I carry over the negative 1 to the power n? So, is that 1 over n plus 1 then? Parentheses. X plus 3 halves to the power of. Now, I'm just letting you know this. Guys, look at me so you understand this. They've written this function a little weird. Look at me. It's important. Usually, do we not have a numerator and a denominator? So we multiply with the reciprocal. Do you understand what's going on? But here, you just have a product of two terms. Then can I just do over something? Is that clear? I hope you understand why I'm doing this. Usually they have a top and a bottom. They don't have a top and a bottom. They just have a product. So I'm just going to do all over. What am I writing? 1 over n. That's 1 over n. So 1 over n. It's x plus 3 halves. I hope you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. They've written it a little weirdly. Oh, how do we divide fractions? Do it. Don't forget to write limit at every step. Maintain good habits. So it becomes n over n plus 1. Oh, what's monkey to the power of n plus 1 over monkey to the power of n? Is it just monkey? And when you take infinite limit, what happens here? Usual. They cancel. So is that less than 1? Okay, this will collapse to 1. You just have to be careful in working out the algebra. It wasn't a difficult problem. So x plus 3 halves. Let's raise to catch up with Miss John. Greater than negative 1, less than 1. Next step. Subtract the 3 halves. Tell me what your preliminary interval of convergence is. Negative 5 halves and negative 1 half. Everybody okay there? So I'm going to very carefully. It works out very fast now. I'm going to plug in negative 1 half and negative 5 halves. Slow down, slow down. Summation, negative 1 to the power of n over n. Negative, again, it's going to work out very fast now. What's negative 5 halves plus the 3 halves? Negative 1? Ooh! So it really becomes 1 over n. Converges or diverges? Harmonic series. Okay, diverges. Let's plug in the negative 1 half. It's negative 1 to the power of n. Negative 1 halves plus 3 halves. Which becomes just 1. Will that just vanish? The whole thing, 1 to the power of n, vanish. And that guy converges by AST. Is that clear? So absolute convergence fails. 1 over n infinity is 0, decreasing, blah, blah, blah. So absolute final answer, x is greater than negative 5 halves, but that's sort of equal to negative 1. And the answer shows up. Work it out tediously like an FRQ. Do not skip steps. It's not worth it. Okay. Have a look at 16, please. Have a look at 16. I'll be generous, even say, assume kids make errors, silly errors on that problem. I'll be generous. Okay, but this one we should get. It says, which of the following is the antiderivative? And that's just a way to say integral. 1 over 100p minus p square dp, the operator. Now, don't get alarmed because they use a different letter. Which method works? Partial fractions, very smart, partial fractions. How can I factor? P 100 minus p, okay, equals, what am I writing on the right hand side? A over plus over 100 minus p. Don't get alarmed, it's a ridiculously easy problem. So A times 100 minus p plus equals 1. What are my two roots? Oh, another thing, guys, some of you think about doing this, don't. Raise when you're saying, I was thinking about it, Rama. Which is rewriting these steps. Don't. It'll work itself out. Don't. It's not worth it. The algebra is far more complicated that way. Just do it this way. P equals 100 and 0. When you plug in 100, the first guy collapses. So what am I writing? 100p equals b. Therefore, b equals 1 over 100. If you plug in 0, the second guy collapses. So 100. Therefore, a equals 1 over 100. Okay, now what's this? See if this comes back. So I'm going to rewrite the original question as an integral. See if this skill comes back. So integral, isn't a 1 over 100? See if this skill comes back. So 1 over 100 dot 1 over p. Does that come back to you? That's how we usually write it. Plus, same way, dot 100 minus p, dp. Okay, let's wrap it up. We're in the last step. So first integral, ln p, careful, minus. Do you understand why looking ahead it's minus? It's a derivative of the linear expression. Minus 1 over 100 ln absolute value 100 minus p. One of the choices showed up. Slow and steady. Is that clear? Okay. If I want to be cynical, I would say, okay, this will stump some kids. Very easy problem. Not difficult at all. But you just have to have decent, not even advanced, algebra skills, like basic algebra skills. Copy it on the problem, please. This was an AB-BC overlap. It came on the AB exam also. Limit h approaching 0. What's arc sine? Sine inverse, don't get alarmed. A plus h minus sine inverse a all over h equals 2. Okay, stay with me. H is approaching 0. What do we always do first step? And we get 0 over 0. So I'm applying L'Hopital's rule. Is that clear? Taking derivatives. Do not forget to write limit. Good habits. Okay, oh, by the way, I'm teaching good habits. Which is the variable? H. H is the variable. A is a, keep that in mind, okay? So, slow down. What's the slope of sine inverse monkey? Over radical 1 minus monkey square times, hint, h is the variable. Is that just 1? Okay, I'm just teaching you good habits, chain rule. And what's the slope there? Over 1. Okay, now my BC class was fine. My AB class, maybe because I asked the question, I got confused. Nobody speaks. Am I writing equal to 2 or equal to 0? Don't rush. It's kind of a trick question. So am I writing the equal to 2 or am I writing actually equal to 0? It matters. Because we wrote 1 of the answers showed up and it was wrong. Chorus, 2 or 0? 2. Because observe this. Are we not, let me speak slowly. Are we not only applying L'Hopital's rule on the left hand side? The right hand side just keeps dropping down. Please understand. There are no derivatives there. Is that clear? There's no derivatives there. There's no L'Hopital's rule applying there. And then, what should I not forget to do? So what do we get? 1 over radical 1 minus a squared equals 2. Okay, now basic algebra. Now the challenge is, can you do basic algebra? Next step, cross multiply or clear the fraction. 2 radical 1 minus a squared. I'm smart, I want to write the letter on the left side. Equals 1. Okay, look down. Next step. So radical 1 minus a squared. Keep looking down. Equals 1/2. Next step. So 1 minus a squared equals 1/4. Next step. Subtract the 1. So negative a squared equals negative 3/4. Therefore a squared equals an absolute final step. A equals, careful, technically plus or minus radical 3 over 2, which is the only one that they have. Okay, B. Not a difficult problem if you work with the algebra carefully, if you don't rush. Okay. Don't copy the graph. Do not copy the graph. Okay. Copy down this piece of information that's relevant. It says g of x is that, and then h is that. And the question, of course, which is that. That's the only relevant information. I'll scroll up and we can look at the graph later. Okay. So they say find h dash of 1. So what should I find first? H dash of x. Is that just f of g of x dash according to our notation? Which is f dash of times g dash of x. Are we ready to plug in 1? So h dash of 1 equals f dash of times g dash of 1. Looking at the given information, what can we find immediately? Do it. What's g1? 3. Everybody okay there? Can I plug it in there? So I'm finding f dash of 3 times g dash of 1. Everybody okay there? Let's scroll up. I'm going to scroll up. It says find f dash at 3. Do not rush. I'm just going to go to, that's f. I just need the slope at 3. Write it down after doing some math. Observe carefully what's going on. I need the slope at 3. And the answer is negative 2. Is that clear? You can choose. Okay, there are many options. You can choose the x-intercept or you can choose that point. Either way, if you do it carefully, keep in mind you're falling. You're falling. So it's going to be a negative number. So negative 2 times, I need g dash of 1. So what should I find first? Oh, just by studying it. What's g dash? Is there any value plugged in any 1 anywhere? So final answer, negative 4. Not too bad. Just work it out. Just work it out. It's a gimme. It's a gimme. Oh! You have a question just like this. You have a question just like this. I'm giving the game away. Draw a skull if you want to. I'm giving the game away. You have a question just like this. I will teach you well. Mark is like about bloody time. I'll show you 2 ways to do this problem. I'll show you 2 ways. So I'm letting you know, guys, there's a question virtually identical to this one. So it says, write the Maclaurin series for f of x equals 1 over 1 minus x whole square. Okay, so, guys, not a trick question. Not a trick question. Somebody tell me one method. And then, how would that work? Think about what you're saying. How would that work? No, you're coming close, but you just need to finish the argument. Okay, just so that, okay, that was going to be my method too. She says, we know the 1 over 1 minus x series, right? Okay, she's getting close and not connecting the dots. Isn't the one, this sidebar, isn't 1 over 1 minus x series 1 plus x squared plus x cubed plus dot dot dot? And then, thank you, silly girl, just multiply by itself. She cutely says, square it. Oh my god, how are you going to do that? How does that work? Isn't it? Here's what Dong is saying. Isn't it times itself? Can we write it? That's why Ms. Bhargava said, no, finish the argument. You're close. Can I just write it twice? She made it so like square, like, whoa, good luck with that. We do binomials. That's like an infinite polynomial. How do we do that? X cubed. Okay, it's been a very long while since we did this. Oh, and by the way, I don't know why I'm doing this. This is important. This is important. This method is important. We used to do this day, because I have good memory, day 111, 112. Look at your FRQs, day 111, 112, we learn this. Okay, see if this comes back. Everybody, look at me. Look at me. So we're going to go in ascending order and look at all the terms. Is that clear? What's the lowest power obviously going to be? 1. 1 times 1 will give you a 1. Keep looking down. Okay, what are the different ways? Slow down. What are the different ways I can get an x term? 1 times x or x times 1. So we'll have 2x there. I hope this concept comes back. What are all the different ways I can get an x squared? Okay. So 1 times the x squared, and is it backwards too? And then Ms. Mazuk says, how about x times x? So how many of those have I got? All of them have coefficients 1. Oh, is this easier that all of them have 1s? How many of you understand that plays a role? Because if that was 2, oh my god, like man, I've got to distribute and write it down. Do you understand that? So this is just 3x squared. What are all the different ways we can get an x cubed term? Slow down. 1 times the x cubed, and the other way around. And then x squared times x, and the other way around, right? Is that 4x cubed? And so on. By the way, relax. The answer showed up very quickly. Even in the second term. You see that the answer shows up even in the second term. But I was giving you practice. Because that's how it might be. That you may have to do other terms. Okay, let's do method 2. What's the general method that always works? Thank you. Write the formula. Write this down, please. Can I rewrite it like f of x equals 1 minus x to the power of negative 2? And can we use the formula f of x? It says Maclaurin series, so f of 0 plus f dash. This is tedious though, but it'll totally work. It'll totally work. Over 1 factorial x. So it is my job to show you, but it's fast to do the first method. Is that clear? Okay, you don't need to sketch. You don't need to sketch. We'll just do it directly. In your notebooks, just write down. We do this in FRQs all the time. Write down that function, please. Repeat. Write down that function. Oh, and the question says write the equation of a tangent line to G at x equals 5. Repeat. Equation of a tangent line to G at x equals 5. So, what are the two things I need? Hint. Equation of a tangent line to G at x equals 5. So, for the point, what am I finding first? G of 5, which is nothing but integral 0 to 5 f of t dt. I told you, I promised you that you'll get two area problems, so you have to find the area. Okay, let's have a look. What's the area there? What's the area there? 1/2 till 5. Sishu, we break down this triangle here. Okay, observe. This is what I did in the other class. I do not recommend. Okay, it's like professional driver. Do not do this. Okay, I did this. Like I said, if I remember right in the other class, that guy, okay, remember at 5, cancels with that area. Again, professional driver. Do not try. Miss Rios is like, whoa. Professional driver. Do not try. I just need that area then. Is that clear? No. Do not try it at home. Do not try it at home. Maybe wear a helmet. Okay? But it totally works. It totally works. But this is me looking at symmetry. I told you before, I kind of think differently. Okay? But otherwise, just find the area the usual way. Again, professional driver, please do not try at home. Alright? But was that area just be 2 then? So this is -2 then. Okay? Shh. Please do not do this. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh, and for slope, do we need g dash of x first? Oh, well, FTC 2 kicked in. So there's this f of x. Therefore, g dash of 5 is nothing but, which is -1. Can we write the equation? Yeah. We're wrapping it up. We're almost done. Okay. Slow down. If I were to confess, this problem might trip some kids. It was not a difficult problem at all. It was not a difficult problem. Okay, let's read it together. It says, at t greater than 0, a cube, read it with me please. A cube has volume v of t and edges, I hope you know what a cube looks like. Okay, since I went to a 4-year college, I can draw a 3-dimensional cube. I went to a 4-year college, guys. This is what I learned in my 4th year. That's all we did. My 4th year. You don't need to know. You just need to know shape. Okay, read it with me, please. Shh. And edges of length x of t. Now pay close attention. Start writing something as you read it. So don't waste your time. If the volume of the cube decreases at a rate, write something down. Repeat. The volume of a cube decreases at a rate proportional. So write something down. Okay, so far, what have we written now? Volume in the flow decreases at a rate. dV over dt decreases. Negative proportional. Okay, everybody okay there? Okay, now let's see who can figure it out. It says to its... oh, that's my thing. I was thinking... Okay, so what's this please? Proportion. Hey, Dan, you're not the only guy who has this thing, you know? I have it too. Okay, he always looks at his watch. Okay, what's this? Proportional to its surface area. Who knows? Observe the shape. So what does the surface area look like? 6 times side. Side square. And if a side is x, what would side square be? So will it be like this? Yes? And that was the key thing. You understand? It's side times side, which is the only choice that works. Hey, silly girl. Hey, it's right there. Hey, x square. How the others are bogus. Okay, let's do this. We won't do all the parts. I just want to show you one part. Okay, the answer shows up very quickly. It says, which of the following is true over that curve? Write on the problem, please. 22. X square minus xy plus y square equals 3. And the point is 2, 1. If you scan the choices, what do you think we should do? Take the derivative is asking you to. Okay, look down. We did a problem like this before. So 2x, careful, minus x times plus y times. Careful, plus. Thank you. Chain rule equals 0. Advanced kids, can we factor the y dash directly? What comes inside? Negative x plus 2y. Oh, I should have read it in. Okay, I'm rushing. Okay, what goes on the right side? Careful. Negative 2x plus y. Last step, divide. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Naro. Because usually rewriting is your friend. Okay, negative x plus 2y. Okay, and they give us a point there. Okay, slow down now. Slow down. It matters. It matters what that point is. Plug that point in carefully. Yes, Miss Hansen.
What happened to the? Or just kidding, never mind.
You got it? I skipped a step. Sorry. I skipped a step. Okay, plug that point in. What do you get? Slow. It matters. What do you get? Negative 3 over 0. Since that does not exist. Okay, let's read the choices. So is it only D or E? Oh, and we got slope does not exist. Choose wisely. D or E? Is it vertical? Yeah? Okay, we have 2 more problems to go. Okay, 23. Okay, it says, what's the coefficient of x6 of that function? So, how do we do these problems? Okay, this is Marjorie's favorite problem that she gets wrong. Okay, that's the EX series. What's the EX series? Plus over 2 factorial plus c over 3 factorial plus ... I need an E3x squared. So I should replace every x with? Okay, I'm going to show the step. 1 plus, that's 3x squared. That's 3x squared square 2 factorial. I want to show steps. So I don't make a silly mistake somewhere. 3 factorial plus ... So the third term is really over 2. The next term is really 27. X to the power of over 6. Are we done with the problem? Read the question. Are we done with the problem? Divide by 2. I'm going to divide by 2. So E3x squared over 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. And we just need to focus on the x6 term. It says which is the coefficient. Simplify, what do you get? 9 over 4. A gimme problem. Okay, último problema del día. We'll do this. We have discussed this during the school year, and they asked the question. I'm a no surprises guy. That's my middle name in my US passport. J, no surprises, Rama. I'm kidding. I'm illegal, remember? Okay, copy down 25. It says dy over dx equals, let's see who remembers. E to the power of, is that y plus x? Okay, mini challenge for you. Y of 0 equals negative ln 4. Separate the variables carefully. No, shh. Everybody gets an independent shot. Separate the variables carefully. And here's my clear instructions. Rewrite so you're ready to integrate. Like, okay, Rama, I can integrate the left side. I can integrate the right side. Okay, those are my instructions to you. Rewrite, separate the variables, do some algebraic manipulation. My clear instructions are these. Rewrite so you are ready to integrate. So if I ask you, how do we integrate this? You should know, oh, this is how we integrate this. You're done? What's your left side? No, we cannot integrate that. Okay, this is what Mr. Ariano has. And I'm letting you know you cannot integrate that yet. So see if kids with decent skills have this. Everybody okay there? And I'm letting you know, depending on your skills, I cannot integrate the left side. So what should I do? Rewrite it on top, Mr. Ariano. Now I can integrate that. So careful. What's the integral of the left hand side? Negative e negative y equals e x plus c. Is that clear? Now in the other class we did the problem. Oh, the other way, we're plugging in 0. What's e to the power of 0? So negative 1. Oh, sorry, ln 4. Sorry. Oh, careful. What's negative of negative ln 4? And what's e to the power ln 4? Oh, this 4. Because 2 negatives cancel. So negative 4. What's e to the power of 0? So what is c really? Negative 5, we're wrapping it up. C is negative 5. Okay, let's solve. Next step, basic algebra, next step. Look down. Multiply by negative 1. Look down. Negative EX plus the 5, yes? We're almost done. Careful. What form am I in? What form should I go to? So negative y equals ln, absolute value, negative EX plus 5. Absolute last step. Multiply by negative ln e negative x plus 5. The answer was C. Sorry? No, ln silly boy, always log. Because log has a restricted domain.
Oh.
Yeah, correct? They sometimes are, they sometimes don't. But I want to be technical. Is that clear? And we are.
But I only technically missed 2. Like, yesterday, like, oh, I can't make it. And then the first half, I totally like my make it this time. So, like, I'm not on it. I think I'm gonna email them. How am I even going to 7? I wasn't even wrong.
Yeah, just talk to them.
Okay.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, it's
No, I
just
missed
usually
a
on
lot.
there.
To ask you if you know what
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna make this sense.
I'm so. I need to review some of the
Kyle,
problems.
come over, please.
Can I look at your
Okay, so if you're affected because of the late, so here are the alternative arrangements we're making for. Oh, there are folders that are labeled. Have a look.